Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing a ranking video for my top 25 most wanted Funko Pops. Now this is going to include Pops that I consider like more common, ones that I would actually be able to acquire, because there are Pops that are super expensive, like $200, $300, that I would really like to get in my collection. But personally for this list, I wanted to make it more reasonable ones that I would be able to pick up just in a store or maybe at some sort of convention, but where they're not going over the price of like $30 or something super unreasonable, because I'm not willing to spend a super high amount on Funko Pops, like individual ones. So that's why this list is a little bit more reasonable, but there's still some really cool ones in here. So stay tuned for all of those in the video, and we're going to get started here. So we are going to begin with number 25. Okay, so at number 25 here we have Rocket Raccoon on Snowmobile. So this one is a very cool Christmas Marvel themed pop here. I really love the design of this one. The sculpt is just fantastic. I love the smile on Rocket there, and his little hat on him is really cute. I love his scarf as well, rocking those Christmas colors there. His snowmobile is fantastic. I really love the design of that. I like how they were able to put it on a nice kind of platform of snow that he's on there, and then you can see the flame coming out of the back of it, and just overall the design looks so great. I like Rocket's outfit as well. I'm not really sure where this is coming from. I'm not sure if it's just original Funko creation here of Rocket, like in a Christmas format, or if it's based off something off of the comics, but nonetheless I think that it's a fantastic design, and I'm a real big fan of Christmas themed pops, so this one's definitely a must pick up for me, so I cannot wait for this one to come out. And let's move on to number 24. Okay, so at number 24, we have Thanos in his Christmas sweater. So just as I was saying with the previous one for Rocket, I really enjoy these Marvel Christmas mashup pops here, and I think this Thanos nails its design here. I really love him in his Christmas sweater there with the little symbol of like death in the middle of it. I think that's really cool. And then he's rocking his Infinity Gauntlet, of course, with all of the gems in there, which looks really nice. I love the smirk he's giving there, like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on Santa's naughty list this year. And just overall, I think his design just looks really well done. I like the coloring of his skin there. I think that sometimes they can get it a little bit off. It's like you gotta get just the right tone of purple there in order for it to be accurate to Thanos, and I think they nailed it here. I like his classic looking helmet as well. That looks really fantastic, and just overall it's a really great looking pop. I've seen some out of box photos of it because I think it's out in the US right now, and it looks phenomenal. It looks really great. Very big pop, so almost like inching on to being a 6-inch pop. So I really love the design of this one, and I definitely want to pick it up. So let's move on to number 23. Okay, so at number 23, I have Aang on his air scooter, and for this one, it's kind of a double pop here because I have the Chase here as well, because I would like to get either one or the other, or both maybe, but the thing is, the Chase is a little bit more unreasonable because this one goes for around $80 to $100, I would say is the average pricing, at least in Canada, and I think that that's a little bit on the higher side for me, so I definitely would like to get the common at least. I think that one goes for about $15 at the maximum, so that's not too bad of a price there. So that's why this one's still included on the list, because I would still really like to be able to pick this one up, but the Chase would just be fantastic. I just don't know what sort of scenario I would have to be in to be able to get that one. Maybe a mystery box of some sorts to get it for a more reasonable price, but then you're always taking a chance. But I love the design of this one. I know it's technically not accurate because he never goes into his avatar state during like when he's on the air scooter, but I still really love the design of it, so that's why this one's on the list. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so at number 22 here we have a movie moment, and this one is Thor vs. Thanos. I really love this movie moment, and I know it's a bit of an older pop here, but I missed out on being able to pick this one up. I know it went for really cheap price at EB Games Canada, and I was just unfortunately never able to pick it up because it sold out almost immediately, I would say, online at least, and in stores I could not find it anywhere, but this pop looks fantastic. I love Thor's outfit here. It looks so great, very accurate to the scene as well. I love Stormbreaker and Thanos' chests, of course, and then you get a nice shot of the Infinity Gauntlet there, which just looks fantastic, and Thanos, his expression is great as well, and just overall, it just looks really nice. The base is more simple, but it's very accurate, of course, to the battleground that they're on in Wakanda, so I really love the look of this one, and Thor's entrance in the film is such an iconic moment in Infinity War that I just have to have it in pop form. This pop goes for about $20 value in Canada at the moment, I'm fairly sure, so I'm not sure. I'd probably have to pick it up somewhere, either maybe at a comic book store or a convention, but hopefully for a reasonable price, because I would love to have this one with my Captain America vs. Thanos movie moment, so that would be a very cool pairing to have. But yeah, that's why this one makes the list, and let's move on to the next spot. Alright, so at number 21 we have Pennywise 10-inch. So this one is amazing. If I were able to get this one, it would be my first 10-inch pop, and probably one of the only ones I would get. I am a huge fan of Pennywise, and I really enjoy it Chapter 1 and 2, and the original as well, but of course this is the new version here, and I think it looks fantastic. This is a really great looking pop. I love how he's holding the SS Georgie there with the blood splatter on it as well, which is great. And just overall, he looks amazing. It could have a more dynamic pose, but I think him just standing there just looks so menacing. It's like he doesn't even have to do anything to look terrifying. And of course, in 10-inch form, he's even bigger, so it's just super scary looking. I really like this one. I've seen it a couple of times actually at Cineplex, but it's $50, and that's a little bit much. I would like to get it for maybe $30, I would say, is a bit more reasonable, or maybe even $40 if I really want it. So I'm not too sure here, but it definitely makes the list, and I think spot number 21 is a pretty good spot for it, so that's why it's on the list. And now we're gonna move on to number 20. Alright, so at number 20 here we have SpongeBob and his pineapple. This one is a part of the Pop Towns line, and I really love the design of this. I think SpongeBob looks fantastic. They are paired up with Gary, of course, so it's a very nice exclusive SpongeBob there. And then, of course, you're getting his iconic pineapple. It is more simple because you cannot see the inside of it, but the outside's a fairly simple design. But it's just so iconic, and I'm such a big fan of SpongeBob that I would really like to be able to get this one. The issue with this one is the price, but I would like to get it on some sort of sale and would definitely jump at any chance to pick this one up for a good deal, so that's why it's on the list, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so at number 19 we have Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender. I absolutely love the design of this pop. In Canada, it is a EB Games exclusive, and this one sold out super quickly. It never even went on the website, and I didn't even know when it was releasing, so I completely missed out on it. I saw it once in store, but it was on hold behind the counter, so I got a glimpse at it, but did not get to pick it up. And this one goes for a bit of money. I think it's about $30 to $40. It ranges, but I would definitely love to get this one eventually. It looks amazing. I love how she's shooting out the lightning there. I think that that is just great, and she just looks amazing. Azula's such a great character, so I would really love to pick this one up, and that's why it's on the list. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, at number 18 here we have Joker from Death of the Family. Now this is a comic book storyline. I don't know a whole bunch about it, and I didn't want to spoil myself just in case I wind up reading it at some point, but the design of this pop is really great. It is a Hot Topic exclusive, and I love the different colored eyes on it, and just how his skin's falling off because he's had to reattach his face. It's such a crazy just thing that you could totally just see Joker doing, and of course, in this form. He has done that, and he just looks crazy. I really love the design of this one. His torso and legs are very simple because he's just in a uniform there that says Joe, but I don't think this is Joe. It seems more like Joker, but no, this one looks really great. I love his hair as well. The sculpting on that is really fantastic, and just his maniacal smile there with it being opened up there so the skin doesn't fall on it is just so terrifying. This one's a really scary looking pop, but definitely I would love for it to be a part of my collection, so I would really like to get this one at some point, so that's why it's on the list, and let's go on to the next one. Okay, so at number 17 here we have Sokka, and he is from Avatar: The Last Airbender as well, and he looks amazing. I really love how this pop came out. It's more simple, but I just love the character and really want to add it to my collection. So far, I only have the standard Aang pop, so I would really like to pick up most of the Avatar: The Last Airbender pops, so this one's definitely on my list here, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so at number 16 here we have Katara, and she looks fantastic. Of course, she is Sokka's sister, and I absolutely love her role on the show. I think that she is such an integral part of like how Aang learns the elements, because she's always there supporting him, and I just really like that aspect of their relationship. I like how they show her water bending here, which is of course a key component of her character, so it's very nice to see that, and I think that she just looks amazing, so that's why she's on the list, and let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so at number 15 we have Toph, and her character is so fantastic in the show. I absolutely love her fighting style. I think that it just looks so great. It feels so fluid when she's moving around, and her abilities are just so unique. I really love it, and the jokes that come along with them can be pretty funny as well. And just her character is so great. I really feel a cool connection to her, and I really like her relationship with Katara as well. I like how she's kind of like the odd one out of the group at one point, and I think that some people can kind of relate to that, but then once you get to know the people who you're around, you feel more a part of their family, and that's how I feel like her evolution throughout the show is, and I think that that's just a very cool storyline to give her, and her pop just looks fantastic. I really love how they show her earthbending as well. I like how they were able to exhibit each of the characters kind of using their elemental abilities, of course, which is very cool, their bending abilities, and yeah, this one's fantastic, so that's why it's on the list, and let's move on to number 14. Alright, at number 14 here we have Zuko, and he looks great. Zuko is probably my favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender. His character development is so well done, and I absolutely just love his relationship with his uncle Iroh. I think that they are just a great pair. I love it when they go off on their own, and I know that this version isn't exactly that version, because of course this is just his kind of season 1 appearance here, but I think that this look is great as well. This one does have a chase version, and I really wouldn't care which version I get. I think that actually the common looks a little bit cooler, because the chase is just him holding some like fire blades, so I think that this one's a lot cooler. Same pose basically, but his look here just looks amazing, so that's why he's made it on the list, and let's move on to number 13. Alright, so at number 13 here, we do not have a Friday the 13th pop, even though you may have been hoping for that, but no, it is actually Iron Man from NYCC. I think that this pop looks fantastic. It's not the most accurate depiction of Tony in the final fight for Endgame. He should have a little bit more bruises and blood on him, and also he should not really be wearing the nano gauntlet on him. He should actually just have the stones going onto his suit, but I still love the look of this pop. I think that it looks really great, and I feel like they might come out with another version of it, so I'm not fully sure if I'll be able to get this one, because it is on Amazon.ca as an exclusive, or sorry, actually, Amazon.com. I would like for it to come on the .ca website, but I'm not too sure if that's going to happen, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to pick this one up, but I would love to. I think that it looks amazing, and that's why it's on the list as well, because at the moment, it's not a super unreasonable pick here, because of course the value has not had a chance to go up yet, because this pop is not officially out yet, but I would really love to pick it up. I think it looks great, and that's why it's on the list, so let's move on to the next one. So at number 12 here, we have Captain Marvel with her new short hair and her new outfit for Avengers Endgame. I think that she looks amazing, and I know that this might be a little bit of a controversial pick here, because I know some people are probably thinking, how do you have Captain Marvel above Tony Stark? But it's really more because she is a common, so I feel like she's a more reasonable one to put higher on the list, because I feel like I can really get this one. And I am a big fan of Captain Marvel. I'm one of those people who actually really enjoy the film, and I really enjoyed Endgame as well, of course, which I think a lot of people also enjoyed Endgame, but just for the Captain Marvel film, I think that one was a little bit more like disliked by the community, but I really enjoyed it. I love her character. I think Brie Larson does a great portrayal of her, and I think this outfit looks great with all of the energy surging around her. I love how it's really showing her power there. It would have been cool to maybe get her eyes glowing or something like that, but I think that she still looks really great, and I actually like how her haircut comes out on this pop. I think it looks pretty cool, so that's why this one's on the list, and let's go on to the next one. At number 11 here we have Deku, and this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive version of him. Now this one is one that would be a little bit more difficult for me to pick up, because we do not have Entertainment Earth in Canada, but I think I could be able to get this one at a con, and I think I'd be willing to spend about $25 on this one. I think that's a reasonable amount to spend on it. I think that it looks amazing. As of the time of filming this video, I still have not really watched My Hero Academia. I've seen like the first episode, but not much more from that, but I just still love the designs of the characters. I think they look so unique, and I definitely would think that this is the best version of Deku to be released thus far. I think it looks amazing. I love the X on his face there, and just all of the energy surging around him. I love it when Funko does that effect on Pops. I think it's a really smart effect to give it a more dynamic look, and I think that he just looks ready for a fight, so that's why this one's on the list, and let's go on to number 10. Okay, so now we're in the top 10 here, so it's going to get really good here. Not that the rest of the list was not good, but these are the crispy ones here. These are the really nice pops. I absolutely love all of these, and the first one here is Mysterio. He looks really great. I definitely want to pick this one up. Now, there's multiple versions of this pop. There was a Collector Corp exclusive where he is light up. There's a glow-in-the-dark exclusive, which was a Walmart one, and then there's the common. So on the list here, I have specifically the common because I think it's the most likely one for me to be able to pick up. I don't want to like put the money out there to buy the Collector Corp one, and the Walmart one would maybe, I'd be willing to spend maybe $20 on it, but I'm not super like, oh, I need the glow-in-the-dark version. I'd be fine with the common. I think that it still looks fantastic, and I loved Mysterio in Far From Home. Without giving away any spoilers, I think his character was really well developed throughout the film, and I think that his costume just looks so unique and has that kind of spin of like kind of looking like Thor crossed with like Doctor Strange. So I really love that look of it, and I think it just looks amazing. I like how they did his fishbowl head as well, and that's why he made the list. So now let's go on to number 9. Alright, at number 9 we have Tokoyami, and this one is from My Hero Academia, and I know some of you are probably like, why do you have more My Hero Academia pops on your list? You have not even seen the show, buddy. But I'm like, the designs are so phenomenal, and this one does not let down. I think this one looks amazing. I love the black outfit there. I think it looks really cool, and how it's sort of like a bird creature here. I obviously do not know the background of this character or any information about them, but I'm sure I'll start to learn once I eventually watch the show, which I'm going to try to do as soon as possible because I really want to talk about the show and kind of do videos on it. But I think this one looks amazing. Black is like my favorite color, so I think it looks great here. There's going to be, I've heard, a sort of metallic version for EB Games, but I'm not sure when that is going to become available, or if maybe it might only be available at GameStop. I'm not too sure yet. There hasn't been a lot of information about it. It was more of just a leak, but I think that the common would be cool to get as well, and is a definite add to my My Hero Academia collection, so that's why it made the list, and let's go on to the next. Okay, so for the next one here, I have two pops here, but they're the same pop, but one of them is just the exclusive version, and it is All Might, and I have the metallic version and the common version. Now, the reason why I have both on here is just because the metallic one is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and granted, I can order from Barnes & Noble, and it doesn't wind up costing too much. The pop would probably come out to about $20 Canadian with shipping and everything, but my main worry is the shipping and if the pop's going to get damaged. But the main thing is, I feel like the box is probably going to be the same on the exclusive and of course the common, other than the sticker of course, but I can maybe do a box swap if I wanted to, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, but all I know is I definitely want to have one or the other in my collection, and I would love to get the metallic one because I think it just really shines here. Even in the glam shot, it just looks amazing and definitely looks like a worthy upgrade from the common, so I'm very excited about this one, and let's move on to number 7. Okay, so at number 7 here we have one of my favorite characters from Stranger Things Season 3, and it is Robin. I was really excited when they announced this pop. They announced it alongside with Alexi, but I don't really care too much about Alexi. I liked his character, okay, don't get me wrong, but I just don't feel like I need a pop version of him. But Robin was amazing, and it kind of works because I have the Baskin Robbins Steve, so I think that this one would go really well with that pop, and I just think she looks amazing. I love how she's holding the whiteboard there with the You Rule and You Suck chart. I think that that's really cool, and her outfit looks really fantastic, and her character was just so great in the season that I'm really excited to be able to get her in pop form. So yeah, really excited about this one, and that's why she's on the list. So now let's move on to the next one. Alright, at number 6 here we have Spider-Man in his upgraded suit from Far From Home. Now this one's a bit of an older pop here, but I never got to pick this one up. I had the opportunity at one point and I kind of regret passing on it, but it would have wound up costing me like $17 for it, and I feel like I can probably get it for a bit of a better price at maybe a convention or something, in some sort of deal or sale or bargain or something like that. I know I just listed a bunch of stuff, but I'm running out of wording here because we're at number 6 and I've been going through like so many of these, but I think that this one looks amazing. I think it just has a great paint job there. I know you can't really tell on the glam shot obviously because of course it's gonna look perfect in that, but I've seen the pop out of box and it just looks great. I love the dynamic pose that they put him on. I think that's amazing as well, and overall the pop just looks really great. I love the black and red color scheme as well, so very nice looking pop here, and that's why I made the list. And let's go on to number 5. Okay, so at number 5 here we have Thor, the FYE exclusive, and this one looks amazing. It is like my favorite form of Thor at the moment. I think that he looks great. I would love if they had put some lightning effects around him, but I think that it still looks really nice. It's a very toned down color scheme on him, but I love his hair. The molding on that looks so great, and then oh, it's so cool how he's dual wielding Stormbreaker and his hammer as well. I think that those look amazing together, and just overall the pop looks fantastic. This one in Canada goes for about $30 to $40 because of course we don't have FYE, so we'd have to pick it up like second hand, but I would definitely like to get this one. I think $30 is a reasonable price on it, but it would all depend. I would maybe be able to get some sort of deal in the future, but definitely it's on my want list, and of course that's why it makes it in the top 5 here. But let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, now we're at number 4, and sorry about that poor transition in the last one. I realized that that one wasn't that great. Maybe it sounds better when I'm editing this, but as I'm recording this, I'm kind of embarrassed about that one. But nonetheless, let's get moving on here because we are approaching a very high timestamp for this video. But this pop is great. It is Batman the Merciless version. At least that's what it's called at the moment. And I think it looks amazing. It looks like it has a metallic appearance to it. And the outfit is amazing. I don't even know what this is from. I obviously know it's from the Batman comics, but I'm just not sure what version of Batman, but he looks amazing. The wings coming out of his helmet there, it's like a knight's armor on him. He has like just cool chains around his waist and a skull there as well. His sword looks really great. The red eyes stand out so much. He looks very menacing, so it might be like an evil alternate version of Batman or just a really like cool looking version. So this one's really fantastic, and that's why it's on the list. It's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive, and I am really going to try to get this one because it looks amazing. And in the black box, I can just imagine it. It'll look fantastic. So really excited about this one. That's why it makes the list, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so at number 3 here, we have Iron Spider with the Nano Gauntlet, and I think this is a great looking pop. I love how he's in his instant kill mode here. I think that that was a really cool aspect there, and of course he's holding the Nano Gauntlet there, which is just so detailed. I really love the look of that. He has his Iron Spider arms out as well, so you're just getting everything in one package here, and I think that that is really cool. I think it looks amazing, and I love how they put him on a platform there as well, so that he's in more of an action pose, and I think this one came out looking very unique, a really cool version of Spider-Man, and that's why I want to pick this one up. So let's move on to number 2. Okay, so at number 2 here, we have a very cool looking pop. It is Captain America with the shield and hammer. I think he looks so dynamic. His pose here is fantastic. This one is definitely an upgrade from the Collector Corp exclusive. I think this one is miles better than that one. I think it looks fantastic. Him holding the hammer there, surrounded in all of the lightning. It just looks so cool with the broken shield as well. And I love his expression there with the eyes. It just says it all, that he is just ready to win this battle, and I think that that is a really cool moment there. Of course, very iconic from Endgame, and that's why it makes the list. So let's move on to the number 1 spot here, the cream of the crop. So let's find out what it is. Okay, so at number 1 here, we have Miles Morales. Now, this is the PX Previews version, and now some of you might be like, oh, dude, this is a little bit of a weird pick here, but if you did not know, Spider-Verse is one of my favorite movies. I'm not sure if it's my favorite. I'm very indecisive with my movie choices, or any choices, really. I would not want to tell you how long it took me to make this list because I'd be a bit embarrassed, but this one looks amazing here. I love it. I really want to have the opportunity to get this one. I assume I'll probably either have to get lucky at an EB Games if they get it, or have to go to a comic book store to pick it up, but nonetheless, I know that I want this one in my collection. It's such a cool version of Miles. I think it looks amazing. Very accurate to the film, of course, and I like how he's on that stand there. I love it when they put the Spider-Man pops in those dynamic poses, and I think this one definitely does not disappoint, and I own most of the Spider-Verse wave of pops. The only ones I don't have are the Spider-Man Noir without the hat, and that one's a Walgreens exclusive, and I just didn't want to pick that one up. I saw it at Toys R Us in Canada, but I didn't wind up picking it up. And then I'm fairly sure the only other one that I don't have is the 10-inch Green Goblin, but I'm not a huge fan of that one, and that one was a Target exclusive, so it would be very difficult for me to pick up, but this one I definitely hope to get. So that's my list here. Those are all my top 25 most wanted Funko Pops. Sorry about the tongue twister there. I've been talking for about 30 minutes here. I'm not sure how long the video is going to turn out to be because I've had to pause a lot in the middle of this, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around to the end, then you are a true MVP here. Thank you so much, and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be trying to be posting a whole bunch of ranking videos, not only specifically based around Funko Pops, but also Lego, TV shows, mainly animated shows, maybe the MCU, a whole bunch of really cool stuff here. So be sure to leave your suggestions down below, because I will definitely take them into consideration, and maybe you'll wind up seeing the video on the channel. And also just a small update here for people who have stuck around to the end here. I'm going to be trying to post a video once every week. I'm currently in school and it's been a little bit hectic at the moment, but I'm trying to get into the groove here, and I really wanted to try to get a video out. I'm not sure exactly what day this video will release. I'm currently filming it on September 26th, so I'm hoping to edit it on the same day here as well, and then maybe get it out for September 27th, which might be the day that you're watching this, because I would like to get it out on a Friday. But I might try to start regularly posting on Wednesdays as well, so I think that could be a cool idea. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Sorry for blabbing on at the end here, but thank you so much if you stayed till the end, and I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.